Hi guys, welcome to Studio 106 at UOWKDU Penang. Firstly, I'd like to apologize for the fiasco that happened on Saturday. I'm not a big fan of conferencing software, and as you probably saw, the video quality was not that good. The video dropped out once in a while, audio wasn't that great, and yeah, it's not a very immersive experience. Which is why I asked you guys to join us here in UOWKDU on this channel, because it allows me to create content that, well, I can make it longer, I can focus on certain things, and one of the tools that I've been using for the past 10 to 20 years was 360 video, like you are seeing right now. So, how do you use 360 video? If you're watching this on your handphone or on a computer is not a problem, but if you're watching this on a handphone, all you need to do is turn your handphone sideways, okay, and then you can drag on the screen, okay? All right, so if you take the next 30 seconds, just try that out, pan across the screen and have a look right around. You will be able to see an assortment of gear and equipment which I'm going to introduce to you today. All right, please feel free, have a look. Okay, so just to explain what is happening, my 360 camera is attached to my handphone and it's standing right there. And I'm able to now go right around the video, showing things that I want, so you just need to pan and follow me, okay? But the first problem that we're having right now is that I am using the microphone that is attached to the handphone, okay? So I'm actually standing 3 feet away from the camera, and I'm actually talking quite loud just to make sure that you guys can hear my voice, okay? Now, to make things even better, this room was specifically designed for sound, okay, for sound. If you look at the walls, all the walls are actually draped with a very thick and heavy curtain cloth. And that cloth reduces reverb and echo, making this room very, very good for sound recording, okay? Which is why I can do it like this. But if you're doing recording, and if you're recording in the classroom, at home, even in the quietest room in your school, you're going to hear a very different sound experience. So the first thing I'm going to show you today is this guy. It's a bunch of wires with a microphone at the end. Now, if you attended the earlier talk, I think you caught what I was trying to show you. And the thing that I'm trying to show you is this guy. I don't know whether you can see it. Okay, I'll put a link in the description so you can have a look where to get it, how much it costs, more or less. This is the Boya lapel mic, okay? And a lapel mic is basically a microphone that you stick on your lapel. Now, I'm wearing a t-shirt, there's no lapel, but you can basically pinch it onto your t-shirt over here and leave the mic directly in front or underneath your mouth, okay? So let me do that now, and let's see whether the sound improves. You should be able to hear a marked improvement in the sound quality, and this would be the first thing that I recommend you buy. If you're doing vlogging, or if you're shooting videos of yourself, I think this is an absolute must. Okay. Now, it's not that expensive. This model that I purchased has a few additional features. So it costs about 80 ringgit. But you could buy the cheaper model, the one that was designed especially for handphones, and that should cost about 35 ringgit as well. Okay, so I'm going to plug this in now. Please bear with me. Okay, the microphone is in. Let me double check. Okay. All right, so the sound should be much better right now. There's no way for me to test and see, or to check and see whether the camera is actually using the mic, but I'm going to assume that it is, and I am just going to do a test run. I'm going to continue. All right. Okay, so this lapel microphone can be purchased from a few shops in Penang. There are the links that I'm going to put underneath in the comment section area. Refer to three companies that I usually buy my products from in Penang. They are physical shops, one in Bayan Lepas, one in Queensbay Mall, and one in Burmah Road. Okay, now these guys have a physical shop, so you can actually walk in, talk to them, buy stuff, use your credit card. You don't have to worry about doing online purchase or whatever. The best part is each of these people have Shopee accounts. So you can actually go to the Shopee site and look at all their products and decide for yourself whether or not you want to buy from this shop or that shop. Okay. Now, I'm not an affiliate marketer. I don't sell products. There's honestly no money to be made in that business for me. So I am just putting the links there to help you guys out get the perfect equipment or the perfect gear to get the job done. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the first thing that you want to consider. Okay? Plug it into your handphone. You can stand as far away as the mic will allow. All right? I'm actually standing quite far from the camera right now, as you can see. And I can actually walk here and there, and the audio is going to be very, very good. Okay? Now, this is a wired system. There's a wire running from me to the camera. If you want to spend more money, and when I say more money, I mean about $700, you can actually buy a wireless system. All right? It comes in two pieces, a transmitter and a receiver. You plug the transmitter there on the phone, you take the receiver, stick it on your chest, and you walk around. I'll put the link there as well if you want to give it a shot, but I'll be honest, it's $700, okay? And for me, I would ask you to take that $700 and invest in the other things that I've put around the room for you, okay? So that's audio. That's something that you want to consider. That's the first option. The next option is lighting. Now, there are many kinds of lights. If you look around, you can see we've got a lot of cool fixtures around here for you. This would be the very first fixture that I would recommend. It's battery powered. Let me turn on the battery. Okay. Oh, it's a bit bright. Just a bit further away. You can even play with the power, all right, to illuminate just enough. Okay, you can also illuminate, you can lift this off the stand. By the way, the stand is separate, all right? The light is separate. And you can actually light anything you want. And because it's battery powered, okay, if you look at the camera over there, because it's battery powered, it's mobile. This battery is humongous. It'll give you 6 hours of continuous light, and you can literally shoot anywhere that you want at any time. Of course, keep the battery charged. All right. Again, I'll put the link in the description. You can have a look at it. All the lights that I'm going to recommend that you buy are LED fixtures, and they are not hot at all. This is modern technology, ladies and gentlemen, LED technology. When I started doing film production, it was in the 80s, 70s, 80s. 70s was when I was a boy. And as I grew up, I started shooting weddings and all that. The bulbs that I was using was called tungsten halogen bulbs. And they were very, very hot. And the batteries didn't last. Okay? Today, LED technology allows anyone to use lights, to create lights, without the worry of burning your house down. Okay? So take advantage of this and see if you want to get one. If you don't want to get one, it's fine. Not pushing you in any way or form. How much is this guy? This guy can be purchased online for about 160, 170 ringgit. Okay? The stand is a standard photography light stand. Okay? If you Google photo light stand, this is the stand that you will get. All the stands made today, the cheap ones, the affordable ones, come from China. And I'm going to be honest, okay? I highly recommend that you purchase products from China right now because they're cheap. They're ridiculously cheap, okay? They are not the best quality. I'm going to be blunt. They will work, but they may not last you for 10 years. And that is fine. Okay? You're not professional videographers like myself. Okay? But if you decide that you want to get some gear that you want to keep for the rest of your life, then you can look at certain brands like Manfrotto, Sackler. I'll put the links again in the description. Okay? But bear in mind, these products that I just mentioned, it runs into the thousands and thousands of ringgit. Okay? Again, like I said, consider those camera equipment if you want to go big time. Okay? LED bulb, LED fixture. This model is Yongnyo. You can check the link. And some of the shops will actually sell you the light with a battery and a stand as part of a kit. Okay? If you want that, by all means, go ahead and do that. Now, this is called a harsh lighting unit because the light is quite small. So when the light hits the object, which is me, you will see very, very sharp shadows. Can you see that? This side is totally burnt, totally white, and this side is very dark. This is called harsh lighting. Now, this is not wrong, huh? This is just a lighting style. Okay? If you want lights that are soft and beautiful and alluring, then join me on this side over here. This light fixture is a softbox. Okay? And the reason it's called a softbox is because the light is inside a box. Now, if I turn on these two lamps, you will see that soft, beautiful, luscious light emanates from the unit. And if you illuminate my face, it is not a harsh light at all. It is actually very soft and very pleasing. Now, this is the light that I would recommend if you are doing a lot of hosting gigs. Okay, by the way, guys, if you look in that direction over there, this area here is where we teach our students to do broadcasting. Okay, the backhand side, from here onwards, you have the production area where the students get to use camera equipment, sound equipment, mixers, and all that to shoot there. Okay, our program is pretty comprehensive. We actually teach students on both sides of the industry. Right? The performing side, the performance side, the creative side, as well as the technical and the camera side. All right. This unit also is local, and what makes this thing cheap is that the light fixtures in here use normal household bulbs, fluorescent bulbs. Okay. This whole unit, or something like this, 2 pieces, softbox, lights, stand, you can buy it for about 199 ringgit. 200 bucks, 200 ringgit, 2 stands. Beautiful. Powered by mains, electricity, which is what you want. You don't have to worry about charging. You don't have to worry about the batteries running out. You just plug it in, stand there, adjust it, and give your performance. All right? Now, this is called a soft light. But if you really want to take it a step further, let's head to the other side. I hope I don't pull this down. On this side, we have the bigger brother of that light. This is the Yongnyo 1200. That is a Yongnyo 300. This is a 1200. And this guy doesn't use battery, it uses powered mains. And this guy, ladies and gentlemen, gives you a lot of light, a lot of power. Now, if I put a diffuser, this is called a diffuser, in front of the light, and I stand over here, you can see that the light is even softer. Now, why is it even softer? It's because of this area. The bigger the diffusion area, the softer the light. Okay? Now, people like me, when I say people like me, I mean quite ugly. We want diffuse light. Okay? Diffuse light makes our skin super smooth. That's right, folks. You just found out the secret of Hollywood. All models, actresses, and all that must be shot on this kind of light. It makes us look attractive. Okay? Okay. I know a lot of you now are thinking, okay, I want soft light. Good choice. The problem with soft light is space. In order for you to shoot this kind of thing, you're going to need additional stands, you're going to need a lot of space, and you're going to need, well, as you can see in front of you, it's not something that you can do in your bedroom or in a small room, all right? You need to clear out a hall somewhere, and you need the hall to be relatively quiet. Okay, guys? Again, lapel mic, because I'm walking around, sound is still fantastic. All right, guys? Now, if I'm rushing a bit, don't panic. This is not the only video that I'm going to be producing. All right? There are going to be in-depth videos covering each aspect of all of these things in the future. Today is just to introduce you to some of the gear that you may want to invest in. Okay? You don't have to, huh? You can shoot the video totally without lights, using your standard lights from your house, and that is fine. But if you want to be professional, you want to look really good, these are the items that will do it for you. Your camera, listen, your camera is irrelevant. The camera doesn't make you look good. Lighting, preparation, makeup, location, these are the things that make you look professional. Okay? In the industry, we call this production value. Okay? And over the course of the next, I don't know, maybe 10 videos, you are going to learn every single step. All right, let's move on. I'm sure you're wondering what this is. I'll just pop into this for a while. Let's see whether the video is still running. Wow, 16 minutes. All right, I'm going to pause this video and I'm going to restart a new one. All right. By the way, guys, I'm going to edit this video so that I can add captions along the way. Okay, I'm going to use a computer to do the editing. All right. Hopefully one day towards the end of the course, you will join me and watch how to do editing on a computer. But I will have to teach you how to do editing on a phone first, because I think that's your criteria, that's your priority. Okay? Don't worry, we'll get there. Over here on this camera, this one, this is called an ENG camera, or electronic, let me just turn this around a bit. There you go. This is called an ENG camera, an electronic news gathering camera. This is a semi-professional camera. This is what we use, news agencies would use for production, all right? It is big. It has all the control buttons on the outside, left-hand side and right-hand side. It also allows us to unplug and put the camera on our shoulder like this and shoot videos like that. Okay? Now, a lot of you are probably saying, wow, that is an expensive camera. The answer is yes and no. It's expensive if you don't know anything about cameras, it is expensive. But if you take this camera and compare it to the modern day DSLR, which is on that side, they're about the same price. Okay? Now, this is where it gets confusing. To shoot video, there are so many ways to shoot video, so many cameras to shoot video, and the manufacturers of your devices will tell you what they want to sell. For example, if you buy a handphone, camera manufacturers will say, my handphone has 100 megapixels. This guy, even though it's a professional camera, even though it performs better than your handphone, only has 5 megapixels. So why is this better? Look at that lens. I don't know whether you can see it, but let me bring it up to the camera. All right, that's the lens right there. That's how big the lens is. Now compare that lens to the lens on your handphone. All right, take your handphone out right now. Look at the lens. Compare the size. That lens is going to beat your handphone lens anytime, simply because it's so big. And because it's so big, more light can enter. And when more light can enter, you have better video. That's the secret, guys. The secret to good video is lots of light. All right? So, in the next 10 videos that I'm going to produce for you, you are slowly going to realize that you're not going to want to listen to manufacturers. All right, you want to make your own decisions before you buy any piece of equipment, and you want to make those decisions based on expert response. Not only me, you need to make a judgment call by listening to what the industry players are talking about. Okay, I'm a good start. I'm going to tell you what I think is right. You are going to take my experience and my advice and go online and look at other places as well. And you will find a consensus. Most of us have about the same opinion. Okay? Now this is the professional version. It's big, it's strong, it's reliable, it doesn't fail. You can press the record button, it will record for hours. This guy can go for 12 hours non-stop. That camera behind, which is a DSLR, let me go to the other side. Okay, this is a DSLR. It is also a professional grade camera. This guy can only shoot video at 29 minutes intervals. Okay, you shoot 29 minutes, then it has to stop. Another 29 minutes, then it has to stop again. Now, it's really irritating for me. All right, when I shoot videos, I really don't want to stop. I don't want to be interrupted. All right, so I like to use the Pro gear. For you guys, you will have the same problem as the DSLR. Aduh. Sorry, I didn't turn off my phone notification. Your phone also only records to about 29 minutes at a time. All right, that means when it reaches 29 minutes, you are going to have to press pause, which is why you will notice that as I do my stuff and I explain stuff to you, I will check and then I will turn the phone off. Okay, so here's moral of the story. If you're using a phone to record video, please record short segments at a time. Don't press record and assume that for the next 1 hour, your camera is going to work. All right, that's a DSLR. All right, this DSLR is only 1,800 ringgit. That is 5,000 ringgit, 4,009. This is 1,008. And this is a photo tripod. This photo tripod is $400. So, if you want to be semi-professional and you want to get a half-decent result, you need to get a DSLR with tripod legs, and of course, don't forget this lapel mic. Minimum basic kit. Okay? All right, so let's move on to the other things that we have. Now, I know a lot of you are using handphones right now. Okay, let me just stand over here. Let me turn this thing. Okay. And the main reason for this presentation or this meeting is that you want to learn how to use your handphone to get good footage. So, to that end, we need to talk about what handphone do you want to use. Okay, now that is a video for another day. That video is going to be about 15 minutes long, and it's going to talk about every single aspect of handphone technology. Okay, I can't put that in this video, and I don't want to put that in this video. Instead, what I want to do is I want to show you the kit, the equipment base that you may want to consider. All right, now before I end this intro video, the starting video, here is the last piece of kit that you really want to get. All right, and that is called a phone grip. You want to have something that can hold your handphone. All right, let me show you how it's done. By the way, guys, this is a light stand again. All right, light stand is very strong, very stable. 25 bucks, please. You get a few. All right. The school has about 20 over light stands in its arsenal. I have 100 over in my house. I use it for everything. Okay, bear in mind I do this professionally. Yeah. The next thing you want to get is this light holder. I don't know whether you can see. Yeah, that's a light. Sorry, not light holder. That's a phone holder right there. Okay. And to stick your phone in, all you need to do is slide it in. Can you see? Can you see? Yeah. Push it up, slide it in, and it clips like that. All right, let me turn on my phone. Let me turn on the camera feature. All right. Okay, and there is the camera. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show you what you can expect. Hi, that's the camera that is recording me, and I am talking to the camera right now. But there is a problem. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay? So the first rule of thumb when you're using a phone is to turn the camera the other way around. Use your selfie cam. All right? Turn it the other way like this. Let me show you. That's a selfie cam. All right? And now I can see what I'm doing. I can move and position myself in the frame. And if I take something and I want to show something, I can actually see myself acting. Okay, guys? Right? That is how we shoot ourselves. Now, that's a big problem. The selfie camera on all our phones are lousy. All right? The real high quality cameras on our phones are the ones that are on this side, facing forward. We hold the camera and we shoot something. That camera is the high resolution one. Okay? That's the one that has 48 megapixels, 56 megapixels, 100 megapixels. We want that. We want that camera. The selfie camera, on the other hand, is only 5 megapixel, 2 megapixel. So what does that mean for us? Now, a lot of people are going to say, ooh, cannot 5 megapixel. We want 48 megapixel to get the best quality, the sharpest image quality that we want. That is what manufacturers want you to think. So here's the secret, another secret, okay? HD video, high definition video, which is what you are shooting right now, only has a screen size of 1920 pixels. A pixel is the, when you look at the digital screen, all right, your digital screen is made up of dots, right? Each dot is called a pixel, okay? So a HD video has 1920 pixels on top, all right, followed by 1080 pixels vertically. Imagine a square. This video you're watching is 360 degrees. It's bigger than HD. All right, but the one on YouTube, all the videos that you see on YouTube, more or less are 1920 by 1080 pixels. Now, if you do some mathematics and calculate, that is basically just a 2 megapixel resolution. 1920, 1920. Yep, the closest number is 2000, right? That's right, folks. All you need to get a HD image is 2000 or a 2 megapixel camera. So what does this 48 megapixel, 100 megapixel thing mean? Well, it means a lot to me as a producer, as an editor, as a compositor for the industry. Those megapixels allow me to do a lot of editing, a lot of post-production work, okay? But to you, ladies and gentlemen, it means nothing because you're not going to do that. You're basically going to shoot yourself. You want to make sure that there's enough light. You want to make sure that your content is correct. You want to make sure that you are heard, all right? And most importantly, you want to make sure that the image is sharp. And this is how you make sure that the image is sharp. Please clean your lens. Remember the selfie camera which is in front of the phone? That's the part of the camera that always touches your ear. All your earwax is going to cover that lens. The oil on your face is going to touch that lens. So please, take spectacle cloth, give it a wipe, all right? and use it. Okay? You'll be surprised. A lot of people take that for granted. It looks clear. But when they shoot a video, you have things like ghosting, all right? Blurring, diffusion. Look at that light over there. What was the light? Okay, see this light here? It looks as though that there is a halo, a glow. That's one sign that my lens is a little bit dirty. Okay? That is also another sign that this is a cheap camera. That's right, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a cheap camera. This is my 360 camera, which I bought donkeys years ago. I'm just recycling it and using it. Okay? If you use an expensive lens like that one or that one, you're not going to get issues like that. Okay, guys? All right. So let's recap before I end this video. And it's a bit long. It's already 20 over minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Have a look at the links at the bottom in the description. Okay, you don't have to buy, please. All right, just go and look and see the benefit. You need a microphone. This one I really, really recommend. All right, you heard the difference between no mic and mic. Okay, trust me, the mic makes a difference. Your students want to listen to you. Okay, half of your students are going to be not focused anyway. They're going to be using their handphone, sitting on a bus, sitting in a coffee shop, sitting in their house, the kids running around. There are so many distractions that your students are going to face. The last thing they want to do is to struggle to listen to you. Okay? Visual, not so much. Sound is what motivates humans. All right? I'll give you an example. I stand in the jungle. I see a lightning strike. Okay? I don't hear the sound. Lightning comes first. All right? When I see a lightning strike, I go, "Wah!" But the moment the thunder comes in, you kachut and you run. That is human nature. Sound is more compelling to us than visuals. Okay? So make sure the audio is clear. Make sure your words that you use are very accurate, very strong, but at the same time, very soothing and assuring. When your audience falls in love with you in that manner and they listen to your voice, they will come back. Okay? So thank you, guys. This will be the first video that I put in this channel where I leave the comments section open. And this is important because the moment you watch this video, you are going to have questions. Please post them there, and I will take my cue from there to produce more videos for you. Now, the next video I'm going to do is I am going to talk about cameras, what kind of cameras they are, how to choose a camera, how to make sure that the camera works, and how to use it to its fullest potential. All right, guys? All right, so thank you for joining me on Saturday, but I'll be frank, this is where the work starts. So stay tuned, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.